So today is Saturday, October 22nd, and we've got these 4 pups out for an adventure walk down one of the many roads on our property. So we live in the mountains of Kentucky, if you want to call them mountains. We're from Utah, so we know what real mountains are. These are not the Rocky Mountains, but in Kentucky they're referred to the Appalachian Mountains, so we'll call them mountains. But we love our forested 70 acres and enjoy all of it. These puppies love it. We're out for a walk with them. They're old enough to experience new adventures and things like that. We've got Violet's big light blue, Violet's dark blue, Violet's brown, and Sage's big red. Sage's big red is still big. He's a big boy. Violet's Mr. Blue, light blue, he is also a pretty good sized boy. And we're out for an adventure walk with these boys. Right now, at the moment, we're headed down kind of a side road on our land. We have 70 acres. This last summer, we had a bad rainstorm, and it washed out a good section of our driveway. Our driveway is like forever long. Some people don't believe us when we say feels like a mile long. And from the public road to our place, it's like a mile. But anyways, we did a Band-Aid fix on the driveway. And at the time, that flooding was what flooding made the news. And there was horrible catastrophes in other areas of Kentucky. And like 40 some odd people died in the flooding. It was just terrible. Anyways, what I'm getting at is when we went to do some repairs on our driveway, our road, it was very difficult to acquire the equipment because of all the flood cleanup efforts that were underway in areas that were much harder impacted than we were. Anyways, so we finally got our hands on an excavator rental and have been doing some repairs on our driveway. And of course, while you're doing those kinds of projects, then you say, oh, let's take out this tree stump, let's do this, let's fix this spot, and everything like that. So where we're headed right now on our land has been really overgrown and very inaccessible by anything other than the ranger. And so we decided to use the excavator and clear it out, clear a little bit of brush and debris and things like that, make it a little bit more accessible. So that's where we're at right now, is on a new section of area that we can ride our bikes and go for walks and adventures and things like that. The pups have never been over here, and this side of our land, we have half of our land that we kind of utilize a lot, and then the other half is kind of a preserve, we'll call it that, because it's topographically and geographically very separate from everything else. So it's relatively unused and untouched, kind of the preserve, and we rarely actually come over here. And so with this new work that we've done on this is a really muddy part. We've got a spring, comes out of the hillside right up here, crosses this area. These pups might go for a real drink. They might get more than they bargained for. Hey Grant, look at that deer track.
Yeah.
Anyways, We're gonna cross this little muddy spot. Over here, pups. Over here. Come on. There's the mud. You found it. Good boys. Yeah, good boys. So this side of our land we haven't used hardly at all. We walk over here. Occasionally there was barely a foot trail over here. Even that was hard to walk through because of all the briars and the brush and overgrowth that have happened over the years. And with the excavator here, then we kind of opened up a fully passable trail that we can enjoy. So that's what these pups are doing. Mr. Red is stuck in a briar bush. Oh, help him through, Grant. That's Pokey. Is he all right? I think he's okay. That was a Pokey briar bush. He was having a hard time finding his way through that. You're okay, Mr. Red. You're okay. So don't mind my boots and muddy pants. Now they're muddy with the puppies' paw prints. I've been doing projects this whole day with the excavator. And the weather is absolutely amazing today. Nice and warm. It's been cool, very cool. We've had freezing temperatures. So we're all enjoying our extra time out in the woods today. So this little area, we've kind of opened up some wide spots. As Katie and I get older, we don't think we're that old, but our oldest daughter is now married. And we say to ourselves, you know, what if the grandkids want to come over camping or something like that? So we've opened up some wide spots over on this area. So as our kids get older and the grandkids want to do some camping over at Grandma Adam and Grandma Katie's place, Grandpa Adam and Grandma Katie's place. And we've got some spots that are cleared out that are going to kind of be little camp spots. So it's a little bit of a mess over here right now. But first thing in the spring, all this will green up and nature will recover quickly. And we'll have another beautiful side of our land to enjoy. So our house, if you can see that, is right through the trees across the way from us. This is a deep ravine where our springs and our creek go into, and that's why this side doesn't get accessed very often, is we have to go all the way around this deep ravine to come over here. You saw one of the springs the puppies just ran through, the mud of it, and they collect in the bottom here and make a creek. It's fun to play in too. So anyways, these pups are loving it. As you can see, Vizslas love to get out and run. At this age, Vizslas are very keen on staying together. They have an instinct. They don't want to get left behind. They don't want to get lost. You can see that they don't range. These guys don't get 100 feet away from us. At best, maybe they're 50 feet. And that's a natural instinct for them right now. They'll outgrow that instinct in about 4, 5, 6 months. They get old enough where they get confident, sometimes overconfident, and they feel like they can go out of sight from their pack, their people, and still be able to find their way back. So at this age, it's really good to get them out and off leash and exploring nature, because every time they come back, like right now, if I weren't talking about so many things, I'd be pausing. Pups. We'd be pausing, stopping, calling them to us, and just rewarding them every time. they come back. No matter what they've been up to, they get loves and attention and rewards for coming back. I apologize, my clothes are really dirty. I'm in my work boots. That's just what you get after a day on an excavator. So, anyways, back to the puppies. The reward for them is attention, affection, positive association with coming back every time. So as they get older, when they get to that phase where they're overconfident and cocky about how far they can go and get away, then you can call them and hopefully they'll come back, because they're going to want to come back. They have a positive association with recall, and despite what they're motivated to run to, you can call them and they'll come back. So that's something that we do with our dogs as they get older, to reinforce recall and positive associations. And so we'll do that with pups at this age as they get old enough to adventure and do things. Violet's dark blue. He found something. He put it in his mouth. He's feeling like he's really got a prize, and he's running away from the other pups. I have no idea what it is, but the other pups feel like they're missing out. They're chasing him to figure out what it is, and he's running away from them. So Sage is red. He's come back for some loves and a visit. And those three still running around. Dark blue doesn't even have anything in his mouth anymore. He's just having fun running away. Aren't you? Hey, Mr. Brown. How are you? Hey, Mr. Brown. Hey, dark blue. Hi. What did you find that was so fun to run from and keep away? Hey, light blue. Hi. Let's keep going, boys. So, we've got a lot of ground to cover to get to the end of this trail. I'm just going to keep the camera rolling. I'm going to talk less and walk more. With 70 acres, we have a 1.5 miles of trail like this that we explore and enjoy and get out and do things with. So this is one of the wide spots that we opened up. Cleared the brush back. Big rock there. That was fun to move. So, hey boys. You guys having fun? Huh? I think so. For all the work that we did with the excavator, I only took down little saplings and brush. I did have to take down one maple tree at a spot that we turn around at, but no other big trees were taken out for this trail. What did they find? Hey Grant, what do you think they smell? They found something interesting. I wonder if that's where the deer took a pee. There's nothing on the ground. It's only the leaves. Something caught their nose right there, huh? We did see some brand new deer track in the mud by the spring. The deer love to walk back and forth across back here. The little trail that was here was a favorite for them. This will all turn into almost like a food plot for deer. Now that we've cut the brush back, the natural vegetation can come back and recover in this area, and we may throw some grass seeds down or something like that, help it come back fast. Hello, light blue. Hello, boys. Good boys. Hello, dark blue. Are you gonna come? You did come. You did. Good boy. Yeah, kisses. I think you got some kisses. Grant's getting kisses. Grant's getting them. Good boys. Okay, let's go. Hey, pups. Hey. Good boys. We got a bunch of saplings that got pulled back into the trail. I need to cut those up and put them together in a burn pile. We'll use them for campfires. Hey, boys. So we set trail cams up on this side of our land because it's an area we rarely come over to. We try to keep up on what's happening over here. We see coyotes and raccoons, bobcat, deer. We've never seen the bear over here yet, but we think there is a bear across the ridge over there. We think our neighbor might be bait feeding it, or the bear comes into his deer feeders or whatever, because we have seen piles of bear poo on the trail, but actually we haven't seen it for a long time. So maybe that bear moved on, or that bear was hunted, but we haven't seen sign of it for a long time. But we do see bobcats. We hear the coyotes. We don't see the coyotes. We hear them yipping at night, and we see them on the trail cams, but that's all that we see them. And we see the deer running around, some wild turkey every once in a while. So this side of our land that doesn't get accessed very much is still very wild, and probably won't change a whole lot with wildlife traffic now that this has opened up more, and let's see what happens with that. So the instinct of the Vizslas, with their hunting instinct right now, they have, yeah, that's a deer track pushed in the dirt, huh? With their instincts, they don't range far right now, but as they get older, their hunt and drive instincts start to kick in. They get more confident. They want to range out farther, and their hunting instincts kick in. Their hunt drive instincts kick in, and that's when they get more confident about running farther away from you. And it's in their nature to run far from you and then check back in, you know, give a report on what they found, that they found nothing, and run back out and go see if there's anything else. And then they come back, run out, come back, run out, come back. And that's their normal nature from their hunting background. So as families get Vizslas and go exploring and adventuring with their dogs, as they have to be prudent in how much off-leash time they give them, depending on where they're at. You know, if they're on an urban trail with traffic that's in the area, then they're going to need to be aware of that. They may not want them off-leash, depending on how close they could get to cars, and if they're out of earshot or eyesight from you and things like that. But where we're at, we're a mile from traffic. So we're tucked away. We're a mile from traffic from where we're at. So if these pups decide to go for a walk and got away and started headed up the trail, head up the hill without us, we'd catch up with them long before they got to anything that could hurt them. So this is the far side of our property. This is the turnaround. So we've been walking for 8, 9, 10 minutes straight before we get to the end of our property line. That's a no trespassing sign. That was the one tree I had to take out with the excavator. It's not that big, but I needed to clear out a bigger opening right here. So if I bring the truck back here, then I can turn it around. So far, we've only brought the side-by-side back here, and we've been able to turn that around with very tight quarters, but this is plenty big now. And this will all fill in with grasses and things like that, and green right back up in no time. So now we can start working our way back. This is plenty long for a run for pups this age. We've been going for 25 minutes. The camera says 22 minutes at this point, but that was a few minutes after we started the hike. So the walk. So we'll start heading back, and this will have been about an hour outing for these pups. We'll see if my SD card on the camera is going to give up here in a minute. I get about 25 minutes on the SD card. So we'll start working our way back. That'll be a perfect outing for the pups. They'll be ready for dinner and bedtime. They will sleep well tonight. These pups, their personalities are very, very close together. All of them are confident in their exploring. None of them are apprehensive about anything so far. They've all just taken to everything without any reservations. That little mud hole from the spring was probably their first real water outing. We don't have a pond yet, but we don't have a lot of water that pups can experience at this point. But none of them had any problem about running through that and getting their feet wet. So they've all just had a blast running through the woods. They've all learned they really get along better staying on the trail. We still have a lot of briars off to each side. They've probably found that with their soft ears and noses and decided the trail is the place to be right now. So Grant's been my good helper with taking the pups for a walk. I didn't want to do this alone. Sometimes an extra set of hands are really helpful when you got 4 pups. I'm really outnumbered. But with 2 of us, that puts the ratio to peoples 2 to 1. 2 pups to 1 people. We can handle that, huh, Grant?
Yep.
Katie and the other kids headed into a big dance, costume dance, dress-up dance the teenagers wanted to go to. So that's where they're at. So me and Grant, we're just finishing up our day, enjoying the evening. We still have some color.
That's really pretty. Like
Up
the
in
orange with the sun on it.
Yeah, the sun's going down.
Over
You
there.
can still see the top. Over there, the far side of that ridge is our land. And it goes all the way through. Our land has a U shape to it. The top of these ridges form kind of a horseshoe shape, U shape from where we're at. So every morning, the sun lights up this ridge, lights up that color, and every evening, the sun lights up that ridge with color. The pup's got a long ways away from us. Let's call him back. Good boys. Here they come. Here they come and running. Good boys. Yeah, look at those ears flop. Good boys. 2 for you. I got brown. I got blue. 2 for me. Good boys. Oh, now they're trading. I got all 4 of them. Good boys. Yes, you did so good to come back. You were so far away. That's the farthest you guys got. Me and Grant stopped to look at the colors and you guys kept going. You came back. Good boys. So 27 minutes is what's showing up on my camera. I need to stop this video before the SD card gets so full that the video file corrupts and I lose everything. So we hope you enjoy this video. Sorry you can't be along with us for the rest of the walk back, but until next time, you guys have a great one. Enjoy this video, watching these pups live their best life out here in the woods, having a blast. Talk to you later. Bye.